So, guys, according to People's Gazette, it says Tinubu trips, falls, hit head on floor of parade vehicle. And according to BBC News, it says Nigeria's President Tinubu falls over during ceremony. One might be wondering, is there anything wrong with falling? There is actually nothing wrong in falling. Anybody can fall. But why Nigerians are raising alarm is because Tinubu himself was told by individuals, friends, prophets, that his health situation might not be that strong to take him to the presidency, that he should just allow this position to go for younger people. He should stay as an elder statesman. But Tinubu insisted and said it is a Milocon. And look at where we are today as Nigerians. Look at where they've landed this country into. In case you don't know, Guinness Nigeria, that has spent 75 years in Nigeria, has announced that they are leaving Nigeria. That alone should worry you. And we know that so many international companies that came into Nigeria before now, they've all left under the leadership of Tinubu. And that is why Nigerians are reacting badly after this news broke.
Sorry. Sorry.
The special guest of honor and reviewing officer for today's historic occasion, His Excellency of the reviewing officer. The special guest of honor and reviewing officer for today's historic occasion, His Excellency of the reviewing officer. The special guest of honor and reviewing officer for today's historic occasion, His Excellency
And I believe that something is seriously wrong with the heads of many of our leaders. How can anyone who earns 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, not to talk of people who earn 1 million, 2 million, how can they go to sleep in good conscience every day? How can they go to sleep in good conscience and come out to sit down in a boardroom to discuss the sustainability or otherwise of paying 60,000 to the poorest of workers? How can we go to bed and sleep, all those who belong to the elite, who earn 2, 3, 4, 500,000, 1 million? How can you go to sleep in good conscience, I say, if you still have any conscience? How can you go to sleep in good conscience and come out to be debating? I hear people on TV, I watch people on TV, experts, economic experts, corporate executives, government officials, who are taking home more than $1 million in a month. And they are there arguing that 60,000 or over will destroy the economy, is not sustainable. How wicked! You give 60,000 to a poor worker, a poor worker who may have a family of 2 or 3 or 4, for his feeding, for his accommodation, for his house rent, for his medical care, for his children's school fees. How wicked, how blind. How can we do that? And we think that God will bless our country? We think that it is by bringing a new national anthem for God to bless our country. How can you commit this crime against humanity? For me, this is a crime against humanity. Because the poor people who cannot afford to buy gari, I'm not saying they will buy that they are to buy sardine. I'm saying buy gari, poor people who cannot buy gari. I'm not talking of meat or fish. Poor people are dying because they have no money to cure malaria. How can you go to sleep in good conscience? Those of us who belong to the elite, how can we go to sleep with good conscience and we are debating and we are discussing and we vote 500 million naira to meet and debate about paying 60,000 to the poor? My dear friends, I see this as a new form of apartheid. Nigeria is one of the most unequal societies in the entire world. A society where it's like the animal farm. A society where we have conspicuously rich people, people who are living in conspicuous consumption, and others who are in deplorable, dehumanizing poverty. If you have somebody in this country that takes home 1 million naira, I mean 1 million, I'm not talking of 30 million naira, 1 million naira in the month, and he can open his mouth to be part of a discussion about the poor getting 60,000 naira. I say anyone who earns up to 1 million naira in the month should keep his or her mouth shut when he hears them debating about taking 60,000 for the poor. More than 60 years after independence, we are running an apartheid society. This time it's not racial apartheid, it's economic apartheid. We are running an apartheid society of people of conspicuous consumption, flying in private jets around at government expense, people who are riding 4, 5, 6, 7 SUVs with pilot vehicles, chasing the poor out of the road, and poor people, you are debating, you are discussing, you are over 60,000 for the poor. You insult the poor by saying 30,000, and later you say 48,000, and now you say 60,000, and you pay more than 60,000, you come out with 62,000. You insult poor Nigerians. I say there is hardly any society I know that is as divided as the Nigerian society. And a society that is so divided is just sitting on a keg of gunpowder. I have warned here before that the revenge of the poor is at the corner. The revenge of the poor is at the corner. I am not calling for it, but it will happen as night follows the day. Because when you so reduce people, you reduce people to this dehumanizing level. Nature does not allow a situation of islands of affluence amidst a sea of poverty. Nature does not allow it. And let me warn those in the elite. Let me warn those in the tripartite committee of government. Let me warn that it is in the course of nature that when a predator continues to devour the very resources that the predator needs for his own sustenance, nature will
because
take out
Tinubu himself knows
in order
that
to have
he is not physically strong, mentally, he is not also there.
All
if
of
I
nature
tell
is
you
about
that
balance,
this administration
and human beings are part
is
of
being
nature.
run by those around him, possibly he does not even know what is happening in Nigeria. This is somebody who is in such a sensitive position, and coming out, you see, looking at him, you could see that weakness, you could see that he's not feeling well, you could see that he's not really strong, and one keeps wondering if there are no advisors to even tell Tinubu. I don't think if there's anything wrong for him to even resign. Don't forget that Tinubu has come out to say he is coming back in 2027. I mean, Tinubu said he is coming back in 2027, and he was advising others that if these people ask you for their votes, please give them, because I'm coming back again. So guys, people have been lamenting that our democracy has died. Democracy died the day INEC and the judiciary robbed Nigerians of their mandates. And we have seen it, displaying on its own. It is showing and everybody is seeing it. It appears we don't even have a leader. Nigeria at the moment has no direction. So guys, you can see that this country does not even have a direction at the moment because we don't even know if we have a leader. That is even the worrying aspect. We don't know if we have a leader as the president of this country. The ripple effect coming out as in Nigerians are feeling it, is biting, and everybody is seeing it. And that is why Nigerians are reacting. Immediately they heard that Tinubu fell. Nigerians have been reacting and reacting. And you know what? Even Atiku himself has come out, to a kind of sympathize with Tinubu over this fall that is making the wave on the social media. I mean, everybody is like, wow. It's not as if they are like laughing at him, but you know what that means, because nothing is working in Nigeria. And one keeps wondering, why would somebody who understands himself, he knows how he feels in his body, that he's not fit for this position, why will he force himself into this position? And even the people around him, nobody is advising him, cautioning him. He just wants to be president. This has been his lifetime dream of becoming a president. Even if he's going to run Nigeria down, he does not even care. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.